Hey, what's going on, Super Affiliate Accelerator members? In this video, I want to talk about a topic that's popped up a couple of times over the last couple of days in both conversations that I've been having, in comments that I've seen, and it's about top affiliates. It's about this myth that, somehow the fact that everything's hoarded by the top performers and that somehow impacts your ability to promote whatever you want to promote. I'm not just talking about our affiliate program, I'm talking about every affiliate program, which is exactly the point. Every offer that you promote is going to have top affiliates. It's just the way that it is. There's always going to be people in any good offer with more experience than you, with more results than you, with more audience than you, who you have to try and compete with, right? Now, you've got two options. You can either say, oh, it's too hard, and, throw in the towel, or you can put your head down and get to work and figure out your strategy to find your people and get your piece of the pie, because the pie is so big that the opportunity is essentially endless. There's a couple of points I want to make on this. The first is that those people who are top affiliates weren't always top affiliates. They paid their dues, they put the time in, they figured it out, and they did what everybody else needs to do, which is follow the training, get to work, and eventually the breakthroughs will come. When, I can't say exactly. The timing takes a different amount of time for everybody. What I can say is that the people who it won't work for are the people who stop, okay? They weren't always top affiliates. They were where you are now. Some of them not that long ago. You've seen through some of the students in here how quickly this can happen, right? The second thing I want to talk about is that there's no secrets, there's no conspiracies as to what some people know and other people don't know. Everybody has access to the same training. Everybody has access to the same resources. What does vary, in my experience, is the degree to which people implement, right? It's the degree to which you understand and analyze the training. And maybe that just means you need to watch the training again. Maybe that just means that you need to work a little bit harder if certain things don't just click with you as naturally, right? Go and look at our top affiliates and look at what they are doing. You will see some constant themes between how they've got their profiles set up, how their groups are set up, their content, right? Model that, okay? Rather than spending time, thinking about or talking about how those top affiliates in some way might be meaning that you make less money. Go and look at what they're doing and strive to get to their level ASAP, because it doesn't matter what you promote. It doesn't matter what program you go into. There's going to be top affiliates that you have to try and compete with, right? You can either let that get you down or you can use it as a fuel to level up, okay? When I was doing the KBB launch back last year, I ended up coming 11th. The names on that leaderboard in front of me were ridiculous. The names below me on the leaderboard were ridiculous. I didn't sit there and say, oh, look at these names. I haven't got a chance, so I'm not even going to try, right? Or, there's no point in me even bothering. Look, Russell's competing, or Jenna Kutcher's competing, or JLD's competing, or Billie Jean's competing, or Jeff Walker's competing, or Evan Pagan's competing, right? Or Jason Stone's competing. I didn't look at those names and go, I'm not going to do it. I looked at those names. I thought, shit, there's some pretty, heavy hitters on here. I'm going to have to get creative. I'm going to have to knuckle down. I'm going to have to do some hard work. I'm going to have to, test a few things out and put cash at risk, which I did. I got resourceful because I wanted to compete with them. Right, and I wasn't going to let the fact that they were just big players and had a bigger audience fucking beat me. When I did that, my audience was a few thousand people, right? And I used a combination of organic and paid. All of the training around that is in your membership area. Messenger ads, group stuff, talking on Messenger to close people, all that kind of stuff. It's all in there. You can mix and match it in different ways to get creative, right? When it was the final day of that launch, I was in 10th, right? I was chasing the spot in Fiji to get to go to Fiji with Russell and Jenna and Brian Delaney and JLD and Billie Jean and Dean and Tony and all of these big players. I was in 10th, and no one had a friggin' clue who I was, right? Most of them still don't. And in the last 2 hours, this name came out of nowhere, right? This name just shot onto the leaderboard. Mark Paisha, I think it was. And I came 11th. This guy just shot past me in the last 2 hours. I reached out to the KBB team and I said, yo, who's this dude? Like, where did he come from? And they said, oh, he's Tony's business partner. So Tony's business partner was the one that beat me in the last 2 hours for that spot that I'd been fighting for a month. Literally not, sleeping at night to try and get that. And I lost in the last 2 hours to someone who, very clearly had an inside lane. They were Tony's business partner. Because I'm in Australia, that was obviously a launch run out of the US on Pacific time, and because I was running ads and stuff was getting released and timing was really critical, I had to be on my toes and I had to be awake. So I basically changed my entire sleep cycle around, and I was awake all night and I was getting some sleep in the day, right? You do what you've got to do to make it work if you want it bad enough, okay? Now that's a very extreme example. Nobody here has to compete with people on that level, right? You can, every one of you can, with a bit of resourcefulness, a bit of initiative, and a bit of creativity. Every one of you can compete with those people if you wanted to, right? The right timing, the right opportunity, bit of strategy, all that kind of stuff, you absolutely can.